When you came down from Queensland all those years ago, did you think you'd ever be captain of Melbourne Storm?
Nah, definitely not. I think, yeah, it's probably not something you set out to do, but also, yeah, I was just worried about getting myself in a good position as a player, and I guess with that, you lead yourself in a way that you think's up to your own standard, and yeah, I worked pretty hard over the last few years to get to the NRL, and yeah, I guess get myself in this position. So pretty privileged.
Absolutely. And going back quite a few years now, you captained the Thunderbolts when you were first here. Do you think you've learnt anything from that experience that you can kind of take to now? Or what do you remember of that experience?
Yeah, it was a good experience, and yeah, I think it gives you a lot of confidence in yourself and your own ability, and backing yourself to make those decisions. You might get them wrong sometimes, but I guess that's part of it. But, yeah, for me, I think it's just experience. It's not sort of something that's completely new and unfamiliar. So, yeah, it can definitely take a few things from my younger years as experience, and yeah, take it in my stride for the year ahead.
Absolutely. And you have Jerome Hughes and Karen Munster backing you as your vice captains alongside the broader leadership group. How do you see them supporting you throughout the year?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting that the leadership group we have, and to be fair, like Munster or Hughesy or anyone in our leadership group could probably be in doing the role that I'm doing. So I guess someone's got to have the title, and probably clear a few things up for the refs. I think we had about 4 or 5 captains last year, so they were getting a bit confused. But yeah, I think what Munster and Hughesy and the rest of the leadership group bring is something different to the playing group, and fingers crossed that's going to be one of our strengths this year, is taking some responsibility off each other's chests, and taking ownership of different parts of the group and the game, and yeah, really sharing the workload. So yeah, excited to work a bit closer with Hughesy and Munster in that space too.
Definitely. I guess going back to early days again, I imagine when you got selected to play for Queensland, playing in the hooker position, that Cameron Smith has to be an inspiration for you. What have you learnt from him over the years and when you've interacted with him?
Yeah, it's a fair apprenticeship that I got to do, and then spend some time with Smithy, coming through as a guy that's setting out to play first grade, play NRL week in, week out, and now in the rep arena with the Queensland Maroons. And I think it's hard to sort of base your game solely around Cameron, just because he was so naturally blessed at being a leader and being the footy player that he was. So yeah, but I think the biggest thing with Smithy is he worked hard. He had the respect from everyone through his hard work, and he was always, no matter how big his status in the game got, he was always very humble, and had time for all his fans, all the teammates. No matter how many games they'd played, or everyone in the office staff. So when you got guys like that leading your club, it's pretty cool to see. So yeah, I think we had some good role models to follow as a young age, and I think it's stuck with a lot of us, or I hope it continues to.
Absolutely. And then I guess when you found out you were captain, how did you find out? What does that meeting look like?
I think Belzer must have just been pondering life and picked the phone up at 10 o'clock. I was about to go to sleep, and he rang me and just said it. He's thinking that's the way he's going, and just sort of put it to me if I was comfortable to do it. And he just said have a think about it overnight and come and talk to me in the morning. And yeah, I think I've been pretty lucky over the last few years, as I said, and as a group at the moment, the leadership group we have, but to learn off those guys like Billy and Cameron and Jesse Bromwich, Dale Finucane, and ultimately Craig Bellamy's been there the whole time, and we're learning off him day in, day out. So yeah, pretty lucky in that sense.
Absolutely. And I guess when you hang up from that phone call, you've achieved a heap in rugby league already, but what are the emotions that are running through your head as you end the call and think about your decision?
Yeah, I think for me it was just probably a bit of confidence from the coaching staff and the playing group and everyone at the club to sort of put that support behind me and I guess take that in your stride, the confidence and the ownership and but in saying that haven't played any footy yet, so I just got to make sure I play my role to the best of my ability and I guess there's a bit more pressure to play good.
Absolutely. Just a couple more questions. So what do you think, obviously you haven't had much time to think about it, but what do you think that your captaincy style is going to be like?
I think, I don't really have to change too much. Like I said, it's a title and, it's something that as a playing group or a leadership group we've been doing over the last few years is being in that position, but being that type of person and being that player and having those strengths has got us to this position. So it won't change too much. Just work hard and might not always have the right thing to say or know the answer, but hopefully I can lead with my actions and go from there, I guess.
Absolutely. And finally, what are you hoping for Storm in 2024 with you as captain?
I don't think as much as me as captain for the year, but I think just as a group, it's pretty exciting as what we can achieve. I know we've learnt a lot out of last year, and we haven't had too much change with our playing roster, so that's a big thing, and it's very exciting for us. And as long as we're working hard and have a want to get better week in, week out, and put in that effort, then I'm sure we will evolve and continue to get better. And I guess it's just exciting.